What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Give me just a minute here to get these windows all situated. Give me just a little echo going there. Almost there, y'all. Almost there. What up, Maple? How you doing? All right, here we go. So, we are working on getting to T10.
Hello.
I did my third ascension. Stuck on Act 2. It's a chore until you get over the hump. Once you get over the hump, you start flying. Like, going through, like a lot of people, myself included, really struggled through the first 3 acts. And then when you get to the hard mode, when you go back and do it again the second time, you just blast through it. It's super, super easy the second time. So anyway, this is the way I went. I went down to Bedat's Will for the additional spirit. And I am definitely far from being really fine-tuned, but I do have 309 spirit now. So that allows me to get 7 of my Bombermen up and still run 2 auras. My problem right now is mana regen. Which, you know, obviously I got my flask for that, but more mana regen would be better. So you see here we are at tier 8 maps, 2 of 8. And sadly those things, the drops have been super elusive, so you can take 3 maps and combine them in the reforging bench, the old vendor recipe from POE1, and that will give you the next tier up. So you see I got a tier 8 map out of that. The first one of the day, so let's start off with a little easier. And we won't alk this one until I get good and woken up. But where do we want to go? Trying to hit areas. I actually want to get to that delirium. Well, let's actually go that way. And here we are, Oof, that was loud. Turn that down a little. See, I think that's probably good. And here we go. So yeah, anyway, focusing on the popcorn SRS and the Bomberman, but also getting my little Zerglings out. And I'm just started working on getting armor and energy shield. I'm gonna go with a hybrid build. I was originally planning on just stacking massive amounts of energy shield, but I think it's going to be better to go hybrid. But you see, we just kind of just roll through and wreck everything. And then you see my energy shield goes, it doubles. So my 1200 goes to 2500. And that's through my aura. And then as far as our little Zerglings go, I want to get the quality of that gem upgraded. The quality increases the duration of the little Zerglings. And they don't do a ton of damage, but you can get a lot of them. Like, I've seen as many as 20 on the screen. And that makes a lot of extra targets for the enemies, you know? And I've been trying to focus on full clearing as well. Just for the loot, you know? So I made it so that my Bomberman can no longer ignite. Because remember, no matter how many ignites you throw on an enemy, only one of the ignites count. The highest damage one counts. So by removing the ability for my little Bomberman to ignite, it's 30% multi on top. And my firewall is 100% chance to ignite. And then anything else that the firewall doesn't hit. Of course, the SRS is igniting really easily. And the dog. So I got a ton of ignite out there. So I felt like taking some ignite away was the way to go. And basically just spamming Flame Wall and Unearth to get the little Zerglings. And I've got Unearth set so that it's got a chance to not consume corpses. And it also will double cast. So keeping a nice little army of Zerglings with you is pretty easy. And when you get... Like here at this map, the mob density is not incredibly good, but if you get a map with big mob density, oh man, you get so many of these guys rolling around. I replaced my amulet, and the new amulet didn't have the... my old amulet had 30% increased mana regen, and I, like, never, ever used a mana potion. Which, I mean, you got mana potions. I don't really have a problem with using them. But I would like to get that dialed in a little bit more. Okay, map drops. The map sustain feels like it could be better. It's weird, you get like overrun with maps and then you start converting them to get higher tier ones. And they just disappear so quick. I don't have my resists capped yet. There's one. Thank God. I've been clearing until... I mean, of course I want to get to the higher tiers, but I basically have been clearing until I see a map drop, because the only way to get your Atlas skill tree points is by completing those quests. So like my next two points will come from completing the 8 maps. And of course, you can do higher tier ones, of course. I'm gonna keep clearing down this way, even though the monsters are on the other side of the map, just because I'm over here. But I mean, the build seems pretty good, and I mean, the only time you really have to pay attention is some elites and then some of the boss fights. But most of the time, you can just kind of just roll through, and unless it's a rare enemy, you're just not really having too much of a problem. As far as like paying attention to what's going on around you. It's a Zerg build, you know? Here's our way over. I was gonna say, where the hell's the way over? It looks like we got both of them right here. Tyranny of the Hateful and Tyranny of the Hateful. It's a double whammy. Alright, we got a tier 9 as well, and another. Very nice. Now, I have been checking, like, right now this map's completed. Actually, we killed everything. 0 monsters remaining, so we good to go. Good to go on the killing of the Fangs.
Speak. Yes.
See. Wow. That's a pretty decent base piece. Got low rolls on it. You know what? It's gonna scrap it. The rolls are too low. Yeah, right. So we got an 8 back. Pardon me. And 2 more 9s. So we're getting loaded up on 9s. We're gonna end up having to do 9s just to complete the 8s. Unless we start getting some drops here. Do that delirium. The neck anointment I would love to get some delirium things for the towers, but the drops are a little rare. The neck I want, I need some more of the oils from delirium. Of course, all those come from delirium now instead of with no blight. Delirium seems like the most rewarding league mechanic, in my opinion, right now. Breach is super difficult. The enemies come out and just one-tap you. So I've been avoiding breach. That way I can get leveled up.
From inside out.
Emerge! More mana. None can oppose me.
I need to start picking up scrolls of wisdom again too. I stopped picking them up for a long time because I don't use them very often. But now I'm running low.
All part of my plan.
Got 261 spirit now. Nice. Still paranoia and still disgust. I'll have to look and see after this match if I can do anything with those. Oh no, did I corrupt my... Oh, I did. Oh man, I corrupted my amulet, not thinking. I don't think I'm going to be able to anoint it. I mean, I want a different amulet anyway, but... The 6, really need an 8.
Right. None can oppose me.
God, that's such a derp. So I guess I can't do anything with that amulet anyway. I'm assuming it's not going to let me do anything with it being corrupted.
I need more mana.
Which I think is a pretty safe assumption. I'll show you here after the map. I got the +1 on them. I got the no ignite with the 30% damage. I'd like to get more AoE radius on them too.
More mana. Emerge.
Oh, and then I got armor strip on my my little Zergling thing too. The chests, the way they work now, they're weird. The enemies come from all over the place. It's easy to like have an enemy like stuck in the terrain too, and you're unable to get to him, which is kind of unfortunate, but.
None can oppose me.
You just evaporated, huh? I think the game needs to be tuned a little. It's, I don't know. I mean, obviously there's some issues with the fourth ascendancy right now, which, you know, I mean, they want the fourth ascendancy to be like really heavy endgame. But on the same note, it's such a crucial part of the game, you know?
It's about time.
I mean, I'm having a blast. So, I mean, I'm going to be hard-pressed to not play it, you know. I mean, even when POE1's new league comes, I'm going to end up splitting my time.
Another corpse to serve me.
Ooh. Standing in the splody bombs looting.
Rise! I think not.
Let's see. Actually, I want to keep that for the... I'm going to clear a little bit more. Oh, I'm definitely going to do the one-handed blindfolded warrior hardcore run. That's the thing, is it's definitely, it's very, the difficulty curve is very, very steep at the beginning, Shadow Shot. I think that is an area that needs to be dialed in a little bit. What did Insanity get? Oh man, with evasion. Oof. An evasion piece for his witch. That's such a bummer. The monk, the thing with the monk is you really got to get over the hump. Like, the monk is grueling at first. Alright. So 0 monsters remain again. I just got a hard time believing I full cleared and there's not one straggler somewhere. Why can't you equip your max? I'm not sure. I'm assuming you're talking about one of the cosmetics. Very, very few of the cosmetics are in yet. Same thing with like the hideouts. None of the hideouts are in yet. They were a little bit deceiving about that. Talking about how the delay was so that everyone could use the stuff, and then like none of the stuff is in.
Yes. Good eatings.
What do we got there? Level 17 Malice. When a party member in your presence casts a spell, you sacrifice 20% of mana and they leech that mana. Oof. That's harsh.
Time is not on our side.
Trying to get a Flicker Strike build going. See, I didn't get a tier 8 map out of that. I got maps, but I got 2 tier 6 maps. And I need tier 8s. So I'm going to have to do a tier 9 to get moved on. But before I even do that, grab this stuff, and I want to play around with this. I'm assuming since I corrupted it, it's not going to let me use it. Yeah, it's not. You need a tainted oil. All right, so I'm not even going to be able to check it.
Feast on flesh.
I can see if they have a cheap one to buy. Not looking like it.
On with the work.
I feel like Doriani's inventory needs to reset more often and give you some maps. .48 spirit on that. It's armor and energy shield. That's a really low intelligence roll. Surprised Riani exists. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm going Minion Mastery for the +1, Scatter Shot, Martial Tempo, and Immolate. My 6th link, I'll probably go with an AoE. But I mean, I'm so far off from being able to 6th link anything. Gonna save this to play with later. All right. No amulet. Let me go find an amulet. I want to see. I'll just go gamble one here real quick.
Hello there. Ah, a daring explorer after my own heart.
Always take one shot. All right, so that's one we can at least look at just to play with. See what kind of anoint we get. I looked around on the internet. I haven't been able to find anything. So you can go 3 of those. It's not what I'm looking for. Reduced enemy chance to block sword attacks. Days build up. +10 dex and crit chance. That seems pretty good. Let's see. Projectile damage. More projectile stuff. Increased damage with spears. No. Defend with 150% of armor. What's up, King? This is the one I want right here. Probably arcane mixtures. I need to find a new amulet though. That one is not the one.
Greetings. I'll be here, waiting.
Alright, so we're gonna have to go to tier 9. 40% monster elemental resistances, 15% waystone drop chance. Players have elemental weakness. That could be rough. That one may or may not be too bad. Let's find out. Oh, shit. Wrong place. I feel like the things that to put in the towers seem a little rare too. Like that one I've got towers now. That one I haven't done yet. That one I haven't done yet. Like this one. I've got a tower there with nothing to put in it yet, so I've been avoiding these nodes. Until I get something to put in it. You know, you don't want to just waste all your nodes. I'd like to get over to that. There's another delirium there, but this one doesn't have very many mods. That's one I failed. That's another one I failed. If you die on one, you lose the bonuses. And then, well, here we go. Let's run this one. I need 4 more to get my next 2 points. When you at first look, it seems like it's really grindy, but it's actually not that bad. I mean, it's not like POE1, you know, where you're blasting through the maps in 90 seconds, full clears. But it's not that bad either. I am curious. I want to get at least to tier 10, and kind of get a feel for the double-digit maps. But then I'm definitely interested in rolling another character. Aramir made a witch. He made it through the entire thing in like 16 hours or something like that.
Another corpse to serve me.
I really want to do a Hex Blast too, but I want to avoid having to spam 2 things on the ground. Thank you, boy.
All part of my plan.
Cake, after you said something about those iron runes yesterday,
Edge.
I ended up getting like 8 of them. There was one map that had 3 of them laying on the ground next to each other. I was kind of laughing about that.
I need more mana.
I'm interested in a Totem Warrior too. You know, one thing I haven't seen anybody do is anything with the ballistas.
Out of mana.
Oh shit. That almost got ugly. Getting trapped is still it's the source of death. People are saying like that freezy witch build ballistas are kind of bad. That's unfortunate. I saw that there was a bunch of like elemental resistance for your ballistas and stuff like that. So I assumed that was the case. Where did I make the wrong turn? Oh. Sure. Looks like I might have to run all the way around. Grab us some little Zerglings on the road here. That's the worst case for the summon raging spirits. How it works is it's based off of the
Another corpse.
range of your cast, your fire skill. It's a map. I don't know, it's a gem. So if you're crammed into little corridor there, you don't get all your SRS. I've tried all the variations. With my are leveled up a little bit, so if I double tap, I get wasted SRS. Because I've got the quality upgraded too. So I try not to spam them too close together. But on the same note, I'm not really looking at it either. Dude, is that it? 4 monsters left. They're probably all the way on the other side of the map. I'm not going to bother with them. If you don't go Splody, you can double tap, but you also lose a massive amount of damage. So I haven't, I've been choosing to keep the damage. I've gone back and forth and tried them both. And the Splody just, to me, feels 1,000 times better.
Good eating.
Me.
I'll be here, waiting.
We got 2 7s. We didn't get an 8. So I can make an 8 out of those. Oops. 666. If you control click in, it's bugged right now and they're loading into the map device. So you have to drag and drop. All right. Where to? All these breach nodes. Breach is just so painful. There's another delirium over there. I really want to hit more delirium. These have really crappy mods. That one's really low mobs too. This is the one I don't have anything for the tower yet. So I want to save those nodes for when I get another book to put in. That's only gold. Well, thank you so much. It didn't pop up who subbed. But somebody subbed. Thank you an absolute ton. This is where you start, of course. Increase magic monsters. I guess I'll just try to avoid the delirium. Or run from it if I pop it. There we go. It's Paggy. Thank you so much, Paggy. I appreciate it a ton. Going on there, Grizz? How you doing?
I will trust you.
I have to be careful on this one with the... Most of my energy shield comes from the pickups anyway. Where the baddies? Well, I mean, you just use your main to carry your ult until you get it squared away, and... I mean, remember, 99% of the time you're playing, your ult will just be there to collect the extra set of crafting materials. So, I mean, you don't have to make your ult really strong. You just have to make it good enough to do Chaos 9 and Chaos 10 gear. And then you can do all the H of Power resets you want. Shoot, man, I gotta start picking these up. I'm gonna run out of wisdoms.
Out of mana.
Well, if you're going to do 30, do 50, because after 32, it turns into, from 32 all the way up to 50, it's 2 to 3 map AP resets. So if you're going to go that far, you might as well keep going to 50.
Another corpse to serve me.
Well, it's mind-numbingly dull. How far you go is greatly determined by how robust your Netflix watch list is. Because, I mean, it's just letting it run on the screen while you sit there and do something else. So it's tremendously boring, is the problem most people have. Like, a lot of people plan to do 100 or 200 or whatever, and after 20, they're like, oh my god, my brain is going to rot.
I can create better.
What are you up to there, Paggy? Been messing with Distant Worlds 2 and PUBG. I've never checked out Distant Worlds 2. I'll have to take a look at that one. Well, I mean, if you like ARPGs, this is the one to play right now for sure. And it's quite challenging too, particularly once you get going or get started. Clear this area before I go down there. Looks like I may have already cleared it. Gonna be more? Ooh, there's the breach. If I wasn't half a level up, I'd show you guys what I meant about the breach. Right now, my strat with them is to run away as fast as possible. The loot is good, so you want to... I hear maps, which is a good thing. Ooh, shit. Son of a bitch. Should have fucking known. I should have known. Even that far outside of the breach, he still got me. RIP XP. And all those maps that were on the ground. There was like at least 5 maps on the ground there. Don't do breach, y'all. Just don't do breach. No matter how good your build is, you're gonna get fucked up. It's just how it is. And now I've got a dead node there.
Yes.
Quite a bummer, quite a bummer. You still struggling with iron runes, Cake? I got 9 of them now. You have 1 or 2? Man, that's such a goddamn bummer. Breach is evil as hell. Alright. Where else do we want to go? It's the same old shit everybody's using. I mean, there's nothing new or crazy or groundbreaking, or there's been no change in DD2 in years and years and years. So it's all the same shit. This is a good one. Got 3 mods anyway. I need a confidence booster now. Looks like I got to get to tier 9 maps before I'll get the level 75 thingy. For Ultimatum or Sanctum. Which, you know, there's no way I'd be able to kill the Uber anyway. You need 3. And it's got to be, I think it's level 60 or higher with 3 trials. It's actually not that bad, and it's really good loot. You get a lot of, I think when I ran it for my Ascension, I ended up getting like 5 exalts. No, it's not bugged. You just got to do... I put a video out on it this morning on how to do it. If you're unsure how to complete it. It's just not explained very well in the game. It doesn't matter where you start it from because it's based off of the token you use. It's they actually mentioned it on their to-do list. Minions is good. I mean, it's not as strong as I'd like it to be, and it's not as diverse as I'd like it to be, but it is good. I wish that Heralds were still in Aura. I think that would really open up some builds. But as it stands right now, there's just... You know, you can get more damage out of using the archers, but it becomes real button mashy. You use these Bomberman guys, and like I've got the ability on the bar, but I'm just never using it. It's actually really good damage. The Frost Mages are great for CC, but do terrible damage. The lightning guys I haven't really played with a lot. And then the melee guys I haven't seen anyone using at all. Really, what you would, if you used the melee guys... Man, getting... It doesn't like, some of the landscapes it really doesn't like. You get real freezy. Yeah, I just don't like the circle is the problem. I personally, I like to have the line with my bombermen behind it, because you need your guys to shoot through it. And the circle is really, really good for bosses, but it's not very good for trash that's all spread out. And I mean, there is no reason to farm bosses in the game right now. Not that I've seen anyway. Need a map to drop here. Your top emote of the year is juicy? Nice. I don't know. I want to play around with some different builds on the Witch, but I also want to do a different character too. And try out some different things.
Death is my power to wield. How useful.
How useful. It would be really useful as a map game. Look it up. They did a good job with the depth on some of these maps like this one. I mean, you feel like you're going up and down mountains. Whoever did the 3D modeling or whatever for some of these mountain zones, I feel like they did a pretty good job. Alright, we didn't get a map drop. But I'm just going to clear around and hope I see one.
I will put you down.
I don't want to have to use up all of my tier 9 maps when I'm only in tier 8, because then I'm not going to have enough maps to do tier 9 when I get to it, you know? God, that sucks that that breach killed me. That's going to bother me for an hour at least. Zero monsters. Boo!
Yes. Greetings. I'll be here. Wait.
I found a one divine and one annulment now, but those are definitely the rarest things I've been finding. Was that Oh, it was. That's my first 17. All right, Bomberman. Oh, that's a support? Oh, shit. Oh, my God. It's a spirit. I need 9 more int. Oof. Wonder if I got any easy int pools here anywhere. There's one on the cold penetration. Nothing super close to me. Oh, wow, look at that. Ingenuity. That's huge. Yeah, the fire nodes up top don't apply to minions. They only apply to me. Which I thought they were applying to minions, and I did some testing. They don't. Fire penetration doesn't apply to minions either. It has to say minion fire resist or minion fire pen or whatever. It shows, but if you actually test it, it's not doing anything. It's an alpha. Got to remember, it's an alpha project. That's why don't go off of the numbers you're seeing. You got to go off of what's actually happening. You know. Game 100% needs a training dummy. That would be a good node to get to. I could pick up some int along the way. Well, it applies to you. It's not useless. Assuming you're applying your ignite with your flame wall. Remember, only one ignite counts. The strongest ignite counts. It's not like a stacking debuff or anything like that. So my strongest ignite is with my flame wall. And then I use my dog to spread that ignite. The ignite is... all of its damage comes from the ignite. That, and you could get more ignite magnitude on it as well. By going with quality. I've only got one thing into it. Most of the qualities are bugged. Man, that's a bummer. I would love to take my SRS to level 17, but I'm not going to pull points out of something. I could free that one up and feel like I'm not really losing anything. I could probably free up one of these and one of these. Let's just do it. I think the one spells...
What is it?
The one gem level will be better. All right, Cake. Well, have a good night. Let's get rid of that. And that. I'd actually love to get rid of one more and pick up 5 more strength, too. Decisions. I guess let's get rid of this. And that would give me... intelligence, and then strength and intelligence.
Must keep calculating.
And then we can take those guys up. To 17. The melee gaming zombie in POE2 is supposed to be better than POE1. I can tell you that Freeze Monk looks crazy. I got a friend playing a Freeze Monk, and he showed me what he's doing, and it's just shreds. Like, I mean, it only takes like a couple of melee hits, and even bosses are completely froze. I think it's all about freezing the enemies. Take that. We'll give it a little bit more love. 15 additional packs of iron guards. Let's go one more. Oh, and I just that was a big old rip. Gonna have to play a relatively safer map now. Let's see. Where do we want to go? Seepage just sounds bad. Ain't nobody wants no seepage. But that would let me get down to another delirium. Why would they name a map Seepage? That just sounds so terrible. All right, gonna have to be careful on this one.
I hate to destroy beauty. I got stun build up on my shield charge too, and it's so good. But I'm just, I'm trying to play a little more cautious right now. So I'm not shield charging into a whole lot of stuff. There we go. Oof, dude killed all my minions. That's the one downside about playing the Splody build is you can't get any minion resists. That is the first one of those I've seen raw on the ground. Wow, that's crazy. I've gotten them from salvaging other items, but you don't see very many quality wands and scepters. Well, that's the thing, is I don't need the minions to be tanky. Because they respawn so fast, it's just not a big deal. But
in that rare occasion like that where you get a really bad set of modifiers on a rare mob, you're gonna have to run for a second because they're gonna get wrecked. But that's the, I mean, they haven't died many times at all today. And you spec into, to scale your SRS damage, you spec into minion health. So, although I don't have resist, I've got like 2 to 3 times, maybe even 4 times more minion health than like you've got on your minions. But that's how you split, you scale the popcorn damage up so big. I mean, just these packs of mobs right here, if I went into a non-popcorn build and threw fire penetration and all the damage mods and everything else on the SRS, these packs, like, you just don't kill them. You sit here and they smack away on them. And, I mean, they die, obviously, but it just takes way, way longer. The single target damage is probably slightly better, but there's just so few situations where you know, it might be 1 out of every 10 maps where I'd get a benefit from it, because you don't see any bosses in the maps. You don't see very many. It may be like 1 out of every 10 I've seen an actual boss that's not just a rare mob. Yeah, see, I'm probably many times higher than that. I can tell you that my dog has like 3.5 times more health than your dog does. That's why I kind of chuckled to myself when you were talking about how tanky it was with the 5,000 health earlier. Because that's like really, really low. Oh, you're using a staff? Well, yeah, I mean, you got to use the gear that's designed for the build, you know, if you want to maximize the build. It seems like that's just giving up an awful lot. Oh, you're using a wand and scepter. Okay, that's fair. I debated on dropping the shield and going back to a scepter, but shield charge, man, once you play RF for 10 seasons in a row, even though this doesn't feel anything like POE1 shield charge, you just want to have it, you know? If this felt like POE1 shield charge, that would be incredible. But it just doesn't, you know? Yeah, well, I'm not trying a hybrid build, you know, I mean, I'm full minions. So, plus the +2 to spells shouldn't be affecting your minions. So, since I'm not trying to bank on any spell for damage. Yeah, I wish that there was more stuff like that. It feels like they left the witch a little high and dry with that the physical stuff. I was looking at that earlier because I would love to try out a physical build, but it just seems like it's missing stuff, you know? Like, it's got that little bone, that circle of bones thing, which is incredible for like a oh shit button. But where is, like, bone armor or something a little bit more spammable than, you know, I don't know. I'd love to do a physical build, though.
It was one of the, like I said, it was one of the ones I was trying to look at earlier to figure out. I can quit picking these charms up too. I got way too many of them. That, and then just the nature of Unearth is one of your physicals. But just the nature of it, it feels like you really should be using that with Contagion. If you use Unearth with Contagion, your little homies that revive they pass Contagion along to enemies. Yeah, it's gonna be way back over there. There is something up here, though. Could potentially be a boss type room. Or not. Got you some chaos res. Very nice. My resistance has still got a little ways to go, but they're coming along. Oh man, there's nothing up here, huh? It's just a little side room. Yep. See if we can go around this way. Not much over there, but there's probably a couple of packs I missed. Or maybe not.
Not yet.
Let's see what's over here. Nothing. One boss in the middle that I completely missed.
Emerge! Death is my power to wield.
Have you tried Power Siphon to see how it felt? No, I meant in POE2, obviously. Yeah, POE1, I'm playing Power Siphon this league. Or the last league. I haven't logged in a while. I debated in logging in and blowing all my divines on stacked decks. Do a little gambling. Alright, I did not get a map drop again. And there's only 31 monsters left. I have no idea where they are. I mean, once I get higher difficulty and I've got more mods, the map sustain won't be an issue, but I just really feel like it feels like Doriani should reset a little more often. Oh, that was energy shield. I thought that was a solar, not a lunar.
Yes. Until next time.
Oh, I did get a map. I only need one more and I clear 8. Alright, well, let's knock that bad boy out. Power Siphon is in POE2. It's on a wand. I think it's just on a wand. I'm not sure if it's on a regular skill. Let's see. No. It's not on a skill. You have to get it through a wand. Go this way. That way we can get to that delirium. I'm just gonna... I gotta avoid... Don't let me click the goddamn breach, y'all. Make me stay away from the breach. Yell, no, don't do it. I don't have it fine-tuned yet, Zombie. I'm gonna try to get a video done here tonight with the full build. So I'm still kind of working on it. I'm missing a few armor pieces. I've made a decision to not just go crazy with energy shield, which that's what I was originally planning. But I'm trying to future-proof myself because I think it's going to get nerfed. Ooh, oh. God, man, the AoE. It's those little blooms. Their chaos damage. The same thing killed the shit out of me on the high wisp maps in POE during that season. Those things, those purple bastards. Those purple flowers are just brutal.
I need more mana. My power to wield.
It's really, the game is not balanced super well early. Crixus, once you get over the hump and you get past Act 3, you're gonna just breeze through replaying of the acts. Like, they're way, way easier on brutal mode than they are just on your regular first playthrough. So it tries your patience. You just got to realize that this is it's basically a paid alpha test when you really think about it. Early access does not mean the game is ready for the public, you know. And Act 3 is just brutal. They added all those waypoints in, which should help, or the checkpoints. But it's just brutally slow. And it's incredibly frustrating when you got a zone that's just really, really large. And there's not enough checkpoints, and if you die, you gotta re-clear everything. It tries your patience big time. This map is a little rough with all the chaos, AoE chaos damage everywhere. Shit. That almost went bad. Well, I mean, you can get some help to push through it, but, you know, it's one of those signs to look at your build. Definitely don't, like, sit there and grind trying to min-max, because you're going to end up blowing all your materials, and, although you will have a easier experience, you're going to wish you wouldn't have blown all those materials. All right, we got a boss. Very nice. See, the single target damage is still crazy with the Splodies. So it might be slightly better than using the full fire penetration damage build and everything. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a co-op game. I mean, join a guild would be my suggestion, and if you get to a boss that's giving you trouble, ask somebody in the guild for help. Somebody will come raffle stomp it for you, and then you can move on. The bosses are definitely a roadblock in the game, particularly if your build is not really optimized. Risked it all to go loot the quarterstaff, and then... Ooh, shit. God damn it. Ugh. It's so goddamn irritating, especially when the map is almost over. I don't even give a shit about that helm that was on the ground. It's going to be a piece of junk anyway. I never have to use my healing potion. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I was actually spamming mana potion there. And that was not... The mana potion's not healing you.
Good eating.
I fat-fingered the shit out of it. It sucks, too. I was about to level up. At least I got maps on that one. I mean, that 5 ain't gonna get me anywhere, but 10's nice. We're gonna have to do another 9 to complete our... to complete our Tier 8 mission. Alright. Well, rip. Now I'm blocked. I either have to go through this breach to get to the tower, or do this with no bonuses. I'll go through the breach to get to the tower. Damn teleporty guys.
I need more mana.
I might have to start using Fortress on the flame wall, but I really just don't want to. But you get more area that way. Ooh, there's the breach. Run away, run away. You know I'm too stubborn to run away. Oh, we made it. We survived. Oh, and I get a breach precursor tablet. Why on earth are the stupid delirium tablets not dropping? That's so irritating. I'm trying to avoid breach and I get a breach tablet. I mean, I'm going to use it because that's the only way to get mods on. Ooh, we got a Cheolas. Going on, Whoops? How you doing, man?
Another corpse to serve.
Got an Act 2. Very nice, very nice. We got a guild set up. Just send me a friend request. It's juicebags hashtag 2770. And I can get you in. If you don't have one, you may already have a guild.
I will feast on your soul.
We are about, I don't want to jinx it, but I'm one tier 8 map clear away from tier 9. I mean, this is a tier 9 map anyway, because I didn't have any more tier 8s. Wonder how much I missed back this way. Oh shit, man. Is this gonna be Colossus? It's gonna be a Colossus boss, or no, okay, it's a dead end. Whew! Because Colossus is real buggy with this build. Like the SRS and a lot of the Bomberman explosions all go off the side. Seeing some loot. I'm gonna start another character probably pretty soon, within the next day or two for sure.
More mana.
Tanky boy.
Another corpse to serve me.
I'm not using onset rings either. I'm sure some build will really benefit from it, but I mean, I've got filler stuff in now. Like the Arctic armor, I could probably get rid of. And that would actually give me another minion. What is this guy doing? This is one of those permanently resummoning mobs. I got to get around and get to the boss. He's going to be over here. Yep.
A beautiful murder. To see.
There we go. Once you get past them and you get the boss down,
Time.
some of those, the boss can be really far away on some of those. So I come back over and get that other guy first. Like these guys may be closer. The currency stash tab is huge. I would say that's the most important one. If not, your inventory turns into a train wreck. And then you can set the affinity too. That way you can just control click the stuff and it automatically goes into the right tab. Yeah, gems would be good and currency. One premium is what makes the premiums really, really nice is when it comes to selling things.
Death is my power to wield.
You just put it into the premium tab, set the price to it, and it automatically posts it on the website. You don't have to do any actual, it makes it easy. So yeah, I mean, I would say one premium. If you could do one premium, the gems and the currency, but I would say I would do the currency over the gems personally.
I need more time.
There we go. Tier 8 complete. Oh, and I got my level back. We'll take that. Yeah, the currency tab is just real nice. That was the first day I played POE1, and chat is like, "What are you doing, dude? You gotta get the currency tab." I don't have room for that
Time is of the
yet.
essence. Greetings.
20 max, that's really low max life roll.
Emerald of Prolonging. Huh. I don't think I've seen that.
Until next time.
But yeah, when you get the stash tab, then you can just control click. And then the gem tab, just control click. Etc., etc. Where what we're really missing is we're missing the map tab. Breach doesn't have a tab. So I've been putting the breach stuff in manually, but in POE1, breach has its own tab. But it's missing. All right, we got that. We're going to want to do something with. It's an 8. A couple of 3s and a 6. That's an interesting gem effect. Ooh, that just got more interesting. And it took a shit. Boo. All right, let's see what we can do with this precursor tab here. Breaches in your map contain an additional class band. I got 10. Basically, the only value I got out of that is 10% gold, but it's still 10% gold. So I want to influence a tower. That one I haven't done yet. Where is the one with the 2 next to each other? There we go. Let's influence this region, since it's already got influence from that one. And it just added a bunch more breaches, but you see, now we got 10%. Oh, that one's not reaching. Oh, no, I had no influence on that one either. All right, so I still don't want to do anything over here until I get another tablet. You'll end up, yeah, everything requires gold. So, like, if you use the currency vendor, it requires gold. So, if you wanted to buy, say, exalted orbs, or wait a minute, where were we? Say you wanted to buy some exalts with chaos orbs, you're going to need gold for the purchase. So every 1.8 chaos orbs gets you an exalt, etc. And then the gambler too. The gold seems like it stacks up. Mike and Miss with the subs, thank you so much. I do appreciate it a ton. The gold feels like it stacks up, but it burns so incredibly fast. All right, let's get this node back. Which one was it? It was this one. And then I also had where? Down here, I think. Max life and chaos resist. Let's get back to this one. And get the attack speed, movement speed. That will help out my Bomberman running around. Oh, you'll burn all your gold. Like, I'm at 139,000 right now. I could blow that instantly just trying to gamble for a scepter. Like if I come back to the main Act 3, or the main endgame town. Sorry, y'all. Spoilers incoming. The ziggurat will be yours.
Hello.
Like I could come over and
Feeling bold?
go for some scepters at 11k a pop. And it just burns. Boo. No good scepters. Cast on Ignite flammability? I'm sure it probably works, but it's probably gonna like completely drain your mana. Because flammability is kind of pricey. I'm sure it would work though. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't. I tell you what, I'm curious to try out. I just don't know what to use as the trigger. Like, what other cast on things are there today? Nope. Or wait a minute, that's not a support, that's a wisdom thing, or a spirit thing. It's changed now. Let's see, we got Ignite, Minion Death, Freeze, Crit, Dodge, and Shock. You know what would be really cool is if there was a cast on dodge roll. That would be kind of cool. I mean, I'm sure that would work. Yeah. Act 3 or then... You summon Flame Wall. So it autocat. What are you going to get rid of SRS? I've been curious to play around with some other things. All right, so tier 9 maps. How many do I have? I had to burn them all in tier 8. So I've only got 4 tier 9 maps to start working with. Oh, you're manually... Well, what are you going to proc your SRS with, though, is the thing. Yeah, but if your Flame Wall is auto-casting... Oh, you're Flame Walling manually. I get you. That would work, but it's going to completely kill your mana. I mean, you would have to use 241 mana cost. That's pricey, man. You would have to use... I don't even know what that lowers it to. Where is it? Inspiration. 40% less cost. Yeah, I mean, you could use a Lobby version of it, but if you're going to do that, what's the point? Considering it's just trivial. There's no point to curse an enemy that's going to die in one hit anyway. So the only time you would see the benefit is boss. Like, I mean, I almost never use flammability now. Unless it's a boss fight, of course. Alright, let's get to it. How many is it for 9? It's 8 maps for tier 9, too. I'm assuming at tier 10, maybe it'll go to 6. I'm not sure, though. I don't like that 40% monster elemental resistance on that one, but we'll put it on a... What I wanted to get this tower.
The towers, they're kind of easy, which makes it real easy to get all lazy mode. Where'd all my... Oh, there we go. It's real easy to get all lazy mode and then end up dying in these things. Because they're super easy, but they're long. Or they can be long, depending on the path that you take.
Too soon.
What the hell, man? I got froze up big time there. Dude hiding in the corner. Ain't nobody home in that one. What the hell?
Rise.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I saw that one coming. I shield charged right into a freeze. Dang it, man. I am just dying like crazy here today. At least I just leveled, so I didn't really lose anything. Other than losing my map, which sucks. Player's cursed with elemental weakness. God, I hate that one. Alright, now we gotta do the tower with no bonuses other than what's on the map. Let me not run in like a dumbass this time. On Settlers, you have 4 stacks of Divines. Damn, dude. I stopped logging in to Settlers. I was the last few days, I was kind of on, like, just get enough gold to keep the town running and send off boats. I've got it on my dog. Because remember, you're, like, if you're igniting with your flame wall and you're igniting with your dog, and the flame wall is the strongest ignite, when your dog spreads the ignite around, it's passing the strongest ignite on. So I just put it on my dog from lack of slots, or, you know, being unsure of what to put there. That in the dog is such a beast, you know? Level 15. Well, I guess RNG is RNG, right? Alright, quit shield charging blindly into rooms. Check. One more time. Last blind shield charge. If you're gonna do it after you just leveled. So you don't lose anything, really, other than your pride.
Big old stack of gold back there. Well, yeah, I mean, exposure is huge, right? If you're doing a fire-based build or any element, you just got to remember that the bulk of the damage is not coming from Ignite. So if you focused everything on Ignite, you're gonna find up having a problem. You're gonna have a challenge. It's not like a poison dot. It's not anywhere near as good. So I mean, I wouldn't focus all your energy on Ignite. For minions are about flat damage and skill level. So you want to get as much flat damage and as many skill levels as you can.
Death is my power to wield.
Skill levels are the reason flat damage is so good.
Out of mana.
So you want either flat damage or conditional multipliers. Where like my Bomberman has got can't ignite, but then does 30% increased damage to ignited enemies. That's a conditional multiplier. So that's going to come on top. Flat damage would, I mean, the strongest thing besides all the basic stuff that someone could do for SRS, and nobody's done it yet because of RNG being RNG, but if you get an amulet that's stacked up with damage on attack, flat damage on attack, like a ranger amulet or whatever, and then you take that node that... Ah, shit, man. We're here already. I feel like I need to clear more. At least get a map to drop. There's a node where you could make amulets bonuses apply to your minions instead of yourself. So if you had an amulet that you completely stack flat damage on, and then took that node, it would be tremendous. Because if you look at the damage per hit, it's not a whole lot on SRS. So any flat damage you can get out of it, that's what makes the popcorn build so crazy strong. Is you're kind of backdooring that flat damage with minion health instead. Well, I mean, that's nothing that you have right now is what you'll be using in endgame. Literally not one single piece. Unless you've got like some god roll thing. It says there's only 37 monsters left. I'm not going to bother looking through the whole thing for 37 monsters. But like for me personally, every piece of gear I have, not one piece of gear is the final, you know, will be in the final build. You're not going to start min-maxing until you, like, really min-maxing until you get into tier 15, tier 16 maps. Everything else is just stuff for the journey to get you there. It's just like POE1, you know? I mean, granted, in POE1, it's a lot easier to get the currencies going. Go, beacon. Light up the area. Sucks I didn't get a map drop. Well, what can you do?
Go on.
Yeah, the offering passives are all for your pain offering. Or bone offering. I mean, you can use multiples of these. They are pricey. And then they've got a lot of really good support gems that go with them. Like, shit, man, I never took my Atlas points. What a dummy. You got the Dance Macabre, increase offering buffs. There's, well, I need a 4 slot before I can do another one, but there's a lot of good things for offering. SRS is a support, or is spirit. It procs, if you read the gem, it procs off of casting a fire spell. So you need to use it. That's why I'm spamming flame walls everywhere. I throw a flame wall down, it summons raging spirits. You got to turn it on. Make sure you turn it on. So right click to activate. You should see the little swirly there if it's turned on. All of the spirit stuff you have to turn on. So, like, right now... Well, I mean, I can do it. Right now, my flame wall is just a flame wall because it's not turned on. And then when I turn it on, we get the little SRS little homies. Yeah, there's a +1 gem for everything. I assumed you were already using that. That's going to be best in slot for something. Sadly, we can only use one. I've got it on my Bomberman. It's in my first slot, though. That's a huge... There's a +1 gem for everything, though. In fact, there's not Empower, is there? I don't think there is Empower in the game now. Let's see. No, there's not. In POE1, there's the Empower gem that's plus skill levels, and you can use it on anything. So they nerfed it, but made it so that everything's got a different one. So, you know, there's one for physical, one for lightning, one for minions, etc. All right, let's grab these, which I completely forgot about.
What can I do for you?
All right, where do we want to go with these guys? So far, I shot for this one. Increased quantity of precursor tablets found in your maps, and I still don't find shit. I need like 5 more of those, I feel like. You know what? I wonder... Yeah, double the effect, but nothing with drops. I feel like the precursor tablets are just really, really rare. I don't even know what I want to do with these points. What do we got? Chests would be good. Let's actually go down and take it. I mean, rare monsters is always good. Oh, there's a strong box one. See, what I did is I went into the Waystones, have a 10% chance to be a tier higher, because that helps your progression. Then I went up to increase monster packs. Another Waystones have a chance to be higher. The precursor one. The tablet effect. And then I wanted this local knowledge. That way I could kind of target farm stuff. Like if I want to get ultimatums, I go to a desert area. etc. Which I don't think that's probably the best thing to take. Need map boss points for those. Complete the simulacrum to earn points in this tree. I don't even know what I want to get to next. I mean, that would be big. The strongbox stuff would be good. Magic monsters. You only get 30 points. You got to really think about it with the 30 points. Like, I'm only going to get 14 more points. Part of me feels like I want to shoot for strong boxes. So if I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. I'm not sure. Essences don't seem like they're that worth, so I don't need to go into any of that. The precursor tablet multipliers would be good. But, I mean, God, man, the precursor tablets are so rare. I bet people are selling them. I haven't looked at the shop for any. Because I'm, I kind of broke. I've been blowing everything I get as I get it. All right. Get back into it here. Pack size and damage is cold. I don't know where I want to go. We got a delirium over here, but that's got no map mods on it right now. We got a delirium right there that's got map mods, and one right there. And one right there. It's not letting me go through that mountain. But I feel like I don't do this one until I get a tablet in that. I don't want to waste... What I want is a delirium tablet. Here's a delirium right here. Let's do this one. It's been fun, Pro Ace. I've been enjoying it. I'm getting close. I'm real close to starting an alt. I just don't know what I want to play yet. What I want my first alt to be. There will be mini alts for sure. All right. This map is a little bit rippy sometimes. Find that delirium. Should be right here close.
A lovely creature.
What the hell's that? It's normally right by the spawn. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that causes really bad performance issues. We got... Let's clear around before we do this expedition. I did click on the delirium map, right? Yeah, I wonder why it's not there. Oh, not because of performance, because of all the explosions? The game has some definite performance issues with certain things. Wow, is this like the world's tiniest expedition? I mean, where's the detonator even at? Gotta be down here, right? There we go. Monsters are immune to fire damage. Let's not take that one. Jesus. Oh no, I accidentally hit it. I can't detonate them now. There's no way I'll complete it, right? God damn it. I was trying to move further past and it like locked to position. I mean, there's no reason in even starting it with monsters being immune to fire damage. Oof. Well, that's a wasted expedition. The expeditions are a lot easier than they are in POE1, too. It's like free loot. Assuming you can survive and do decent damage, of course. But it's not near as bad as some of the other... The only one that's really bad is Breach. I prefer Delirium, because what makes this build really shine is more mobs. The more mobs, the merrier, you know? And Delirium definitely adds that. Don't be cursing me, bruh. Now, where the hell did the Delirium mirror go? Maybe I didn't click on the right one. I could have swore I was on a Delirium node. The Ranger's definitely not the most popular thing right now, but I mean, people that like Rangers and PO1 all went for it for sure. I think I mean, I haven't looked at the numbers, but I think the most popular are, oh, we got a boss. I think the most popular are Sork and the Warrior. Yeah, I mean, I think that's sufficient boss damage. It wouldn't have burned anywhere near that quick if I wasn't going splody. You're in Act 2 on your Sork? That Freezy build is real popular. Like, I don't know what the build is based off of, but it's like some kind of ice meteors or something like that. The cast on Freeze Meteor. Did it get nerfed? With the automation changes? I don't know, part of me wants to really play a monk too, but Act 1 is just gonna suck so bad. Till you kind of get over the hump. And then on the same note, I mean, right now, just, there's so much ridiculously hard-hitting AoE on the ground type stuff. Is playing melee what I really want? I got completely lost here, didn't I? I had to go all the way back. Oh, there was a look. There's the boss right there. I was all the way over there, and I ran. I just didn't notice him there. Wasn't paying attention. They feel bad until you get it dialed in. That freeze build that people are playing now is incredibly good, and it makes. Well, that friend of mine that's playing it straight up told me his exact words were, once you get it set up, you trivialize the entire game. That was the words he used. That's some powerful words, right? And then he showed me a little clip of him doing one of the boss fights, and the boss was dead, or the boss was frozen like in seconds, and dead seconds after that.
None can oppose me.
Alright, I didn't get any map drops, so let's just keep clearing. But I think the problem is it's super, super punishing until you get to that point. And most people are not going to, you know, go through all the punishment to get to that point. Where the benefit with like a Sork is the super, super early game is like really, really trivial. You got a hard-hitting ranged ability that you get right out of the gates at level 1. And that can just get you through some of the, you know, the early game trials and tribulations. I tell you, if anyone like that, I don't know if any of you guys have saw that scepter that Gun got in Act 2. If I had that scepter that was usable really, really early level, I would level every single class as SRS. It's just so good. And, I mean, he got, like, a god roll, literally, like, mirror tier scepter. He crafted it. I mean, it's literally mirror tier. And he got it in Act 2. Like, right at the beginning of Act 2. He got a really good base from a vendor and hit 2 just god tier YOLOs from Exalts. I mean, the scepter he was using in campaign in Act 2 is better than the one I'm using right now in tier 10 maps. It's that good. But I think, you know, I mean, the twink game has always been strong in PoE, so if you get that early game item and you can get it dialed in, it's just going to be a crazy, crazy changing experience for you when it comes to level and alts. Wow, man. No map. Actually, we got one. That's a tier 8, though. That's a bummer, man. I feel like the alchemies need to be a little more common.
Go on.
Particularly at this stage. Like, the big holdup is getting maps. And I just don't have enough alks to be throwing them at maps, you know? Actually, I got one tier 10. What are we on? We're on tier 9. But we'll save that. I'm on my last tier 9 map. Yeah, but that's 2 maps. 2 alks equals 2 maps. Is the thing. Like in POE1 at this point, you would have 30 or 40 alks. And you can then use those 30 or 40 alks to find another 200. And that, you know, but it's a big... Oh, it's so stupid. So, I mean, RNG is RNG. That, the dealie to get the 5 link is 17 exalts is what it costs. And I was going back through the acts again, trying to get rid of the little mob icons on the screen that wouldn't gray out. I was in Act 2, and I got the one for my Arsonist. In easy mode Act 2. One of the 5 link thingies dropped. The whatever jewelers, I can't remember what they're called. Oh, I'm loving it there, Sir Spoonie. I mean, I've been literally playing 10, 12 hours a day. Can't turn it off. Absolutely great game. Now, there was no Delirium Mirror on that map. What did I miss? That was a Delirium node. Oh, it's not a Delirium node. Yeah, I get the little swirly confused. That one in the middle is not Delirium. This is Delirium. Like, these are both Delirium maps here. You know what? Let me see if I can buy. Let me pop on the trade site real quick and see if there's any precursor tablets for sale. In fact, let's see if there's a Delirium precursor tablet for sale. Oh, there is. They're not that expensive. They're like 1 exalt each. See if I can buy a couple of those. If anybody will reply. Nobody's going to reply, huh? Early day trading sucks. No one ever replies. Oh, somebody replied. Yay! Yeah, well, I mean, I'm playing on a California server. I mean, not that trade is international, of course, but there's just such an abundance of players in North America. Let me try to get one more. I'd like to get a gray one. Oh, nice. Somebody else actually responded. Yay! All right, well, there's 2 towers anyway. That should give me some nice delirium nodes. Let's get these guys upgraded.
Go on.
I like it. Pack size, better than nothing. Last 5 additional seconds, very nice. All right, so that's 2 delirium towers, and hopefully that allows me to farm some delirium stuff. Which towers do I want to put it on, though? There's a hideout I never got. The limestone hideout. I thought I had that one. Apparently not. Pardon me. Choking to death. Sitting in your room, cat on the lap, eating pizza. Hey, man, nothing, you can never go wrong with pizza. Pardon me. I'm trying to, like, this one has got a lot of nodes in it I haven't touched. This one has got a lot of nodes in it I haven't touched. Jesus, choking to death here. The problem with this one is I've done a bunch of the nodes already. I don't want to waste them. This one, this area's got a lot. Oh, I got to get that tower first. That one has nothing in it. That one had something in it. Maybe I do this one then. There's a lot of nodes here. I already put something in this one. So maybe I do this one too. Let's see how many deliriums we get out of this. Oh, we got a bunch. Nice. I'm going to save that one then. For another tower I get to. All right, where were we? We were over here. We got delirium, 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 delirium. That's awesome. Here's a delirium. Let's hit that one and start working over to that other tower. The wetlands. So this is the swampy-like stuff, right? How do you open your... There it is. What was wetlands? See, the swamp and water biomaps, 40% chance to drop currency. We'll take some currency. Can't go wrong with a little currency.
Familiar ground.
Feeling okay? You're looking a little pale. Exile.
Divert!
Shoot. They end really quick compared to POE1. Probably better to not even loot and just kill first.
More mana.
Come on, mobs.
Out of mana.
Ain't no mobs. There we go. I'll come back and grab that stuff.
Rise.
Thanks for following there, Papa Snipes. Appreciate it. That was it. We got distilled greed and 2 ires. Wasn't very many mobs on that one. I mean, you know, as we get higher, just need to be doing yellow maps. You're not going to get any loot, any good. I mean, you will have rare, really good loot pops, but I mean, the good ones are going to be on yellow maps. It's just, you know. Or red maps, even. I haven't corrupted a map yet. Not confident in my level of power enough yet.
None can oppose me. Out of mana. How useful.
How useful. Indeed. Ooh. Stood right in that one. Alright, got us a strong box here. Do I have an elk with me? Do not have an elk with me. I think that might be worth going back and getting one, though. Alk this bad boy, and hopefully we don't get any mods that are too harsh.
Speak.
Might as well clear everything out while I'm here.
Of course.
Greetings. I'll be here. Waiting.
Right, let's grab an elk. And hopefully we get an elk back out of it. What's going on there, Michael? Show skills. Summon Raging Spirits, basically, and spamming Unearth. So, using Raging Spirits, proccing off the Flame Wall with Infernal Legion, Feeding Frenzy, Minion Instability, and Fire Infusion. And then we got Bomberman, the Skeletal Arsonist, with Minion Mastery, Scatter Shot,
Martial tempo and immolate. Let's see if we can get lucky here. What do we got? Lightning storms, 5% quality, 47% quantity. I'm gonna do a video, probably, well, hopefully tonight, and put it up on the YouTube channel. Probably tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's weird the way these... Oh, man, that was a bummer. That's all I got out of that? That was not worth an alk. Boo. Yeah, see, like, even that guy died before flammability went off.
It's about time.
So I spent the mana on flammability and never got the bonus. Ew. God, I'm bummed about that chest. I've been seeing incredible loot pops out of those things. Hey, where's he at? All the way over yonder. I might as well do some clearing. Get our money's worth out of this one. This is relatively small compared to a lot of the maps in the game.
All part of my plan.
Yeah, everything is, well, I'm not sure on Fire Pen, but most things in the game are all multiplicative. So they're multiplicative of a base. So, like, for example, if you had 10% chance to crit and you got something that was 50% increased crit chance, then that means you go to 15% chance to crit, etc. But I'm not positive on fire penetration specifically. You have to turn it on. You'll get more as you level it up, Papa Snipes. You can get up to 11 at 20% quality, but it's also buggy, where you see now, there's 11. But it's hard to keep at 11, but 11 is the cap. And you have to have the 20% quality for that. But I'm not using anything abnormal. Kind of regular SRS stuff. The tooltip is not right as well, where it says like 9 spirits summoned per cast. That actually got nerfed, and they said in the patch notes that they'll be changing the tooltips later. So now it caps out at 5 per summon. You can't have more than 5 per summon, no matter what. And it's based off of what you're using, too. Yeah, SRS is a spirit reservation ability.
What is it?
You'll like it once you get things dialed in with it. It's definitely a fun build. %30 movement speed. That's a really bad life roll, though. I'll save that one in case I want to do anything with it, though.
Yes. I'll be here, waiting.
Got a bunch of low tier maps. What Aramir get? Oh, wow. That's nice. +6 to all cold spell skills. Woo! I found a couple of +5s. They both sold really, really quick. All right, where are we at? We are almost halfway with tier 9. So let's try to alch another one. This one looks pretty good. Oh, you know what? Do I want to big balls it? God, I probably shouldn't. Well, let's do it. Oh, shit. That looks terrible now. All right, gonna have to be super, super cautious on this one. Well, I don't know if you saw the... Oh, Seepage. I got bad luck with the map named Seepage. Let's do it, though. God, is this going to be tragic? This may end up being tragic. That's a lot of mods. Hopefully I get a ton of maps from it. Just be real cautious here. Kind of tough to be cautious with Delirium, but...
Ooh. Almost exploded myself.
I need more.
It was short. What else did we have back here? Just an AUG. I think I've got enough mats now to make a good, get a good amulet all anointed up and everything. Just gonna need to find a better amulet. Or buy a better amulet. Curious to see what the elites on this map, what the drops look like.
Insolent wretch. More mana.
That double shield is just saving my ass so hard. I probably would have been blown up like 3 times if it wasn't for that. Those splody boys, you think Diablo 4 would have taught me to stay away from all those splody boys. Whoa. Oof. Big boom.
Death. Take you.
Well, actually saw a precursor tablet dropping. Yeah, season 7 is not going to be a big season for Diablo. It's going to be fun, but it's going to be real short. It's going to feel like a Diablo 3 season. And I guess that area has loot spraying everywhere, like the vampire area during the vampire season. What was that, season 2?
which means we're all going to be decked out in farming Uber bosses like in 2 or 3 days. It'll be fun, but like I said, it's going to feel like a Diablo 3 season. It's going to be super short. Bunch of area up. I could go in any direction. I got uncleared area. Oh, actually, there's nothing here. The loot feels way better after they buffed it. I mean, obviously, you know, they could always buff it a little more. We don't need to have so many gray drops. You know, we get some of those. I mean, this is a pretty juiced map for a low tier, you know. I mean, this is the most juiced map I've done so far. And it doesn't look like there's anything absolutely incredible dropping everywhere, you know. I mean, if every rare gives me an exalted orb, I'm not gonna cry, but got a nice little army of Zerglings going right now. They don't last very long. I need to get the quality upgraded on that Unleash. I just don't know if I'm going to continue using it is the thing. Woo, that was close. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you know how RNG goes in that department. All I get is crossbows. And I feel like I don't get any scepter drops. You know? RNG hates every single one of us. It does not discriminate. I feel like I should portal back, drop off, and... I mean, I guess so far that's not that bad of a run.
Speak.
As far as the loot goes. How many exalts we got? Got 2 exalts.
What can I do for you?
And got a precursor tablet. That's like one, that's worth 1 exalt right there. Skill. Needs map tab badly. Where my POE1 map tab at? GGG.
my power to wield. Emerge!
I'm still alive here? If I consume the boss corpse, yeah, there we go. If you consume the corpses, the little map icon will go away because it will still show them as long as their corpse is there. Alright, as juiced as this map is, I'm going to clear a little bit more. Just in hopes of getting a little bit more loot. What up, Thaden? How you doing? Yeah, it looks like that's it. It says there's 50 monsters left. We need to get to the mid. Ooh, another precursor tablet. We'll take more of that, man. Need those things to drop. I don't think your account is bugged. I just think there's something buggy with their cross saves. Just play on your... You know that your Xbox account is linked. So I would just play on your Xbox account. And don't 24 and left now. And don't log into any other accounts, you know. That situation, I think you're going to have to post on the forums or go through their customer service. They're fairly common, Marfy. It's just a matter of finding them. They're super cheap. I haven't bothered with one yet. I've been using this for the rarity, but I would love to get... I've found several, but they've been absolute junk.
Time is of the essence.
And of course, it isn't worth using just for the extra slot.
What can I do for you?
It's a nice... Here. The tier 4 max life roll, though. Oof. Oh, it's 2 rolls. It's a tier 7 and a tier 4 combined, so it's a little fakey. That might be a good starter piece for a monk right there. You can switch in the menu between the two without logging out or in, and the one has your Twitch drops and the other your stuff from the bundle. Yeah, I think you're going to have to contact support. There's obviously something a little janky with their when they did that cross-save update. Got a little bit of jank. Look at me. Now I'm rolling in precursor tablets. Now we can throw another. Ooh. I like that. The shrine is meh. Where do we want to put this one? I feel like we put it here. Yeah, influenced a good few maps. You emailed him? Haven't heard anything? I mean, you're just going to have to wait to hear back from him, I would assume. Kind of crappy, but... That's weird that it did it that way, though. Alright, where were we? Tier 9. Didn't get any Alks back. See, here's where we just need to see more Alks dropping. You know? I'm just burning them. Guess we could go here and then go to this tower. I just gotta stay away from that breach. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm gonna hit a wall here before long. I guess it's the very, very end game is not very balanced. People are talking about rolling into maps at the armor cap and at the resistance caps with massive energy shield and massive health pulls, and the Uber boss is still just one tap them just from looking at him. So I mean it's early, you know. The game is definitely not as complete as I think a lot of people anticipated it to be. You know, it's not a launch-ready game. It's definitely like in late alpha stages.
Death is my power.
Somebody still alive over there? Oh yeah. Well, I mean that's the purpose of the early access. I just hate calling it early access, being an older gamer. Oh, do we risk it all with the breach? Of course we do. Run away! Run away! Breach gives a damn tablet every single time.
Like the one league we don't want to see, and that's the only way to guarantee a tablet. Quit growing. Go away. Shit. That was so close.
Rise!
Why is it still going? Oh my god, it's still coming. Shit, I'm trapped. Oh no. Oh, thank God. Good Lord. Well, I know. That's why I was running away so far. I thought I'd gotten far enough away. I mean, I got some loot out of it. That was probably one of the larger ones I've seen. I'd love to be able to just stand in it and fight, but I'm just, you know, going to get one-tapped if I do that. I mean, you saw how much damage it did to me just running. Running full speed for my life, and it still did that much. Looks like 20 is where it caps out on the temporary minions. For now, if I level that gem, it will go up, I'm sure. Doesn't seem like they last as long as it says on the tooltip either.
Out of mana.
Somebody a little fire resist there.
Image.
Get wrecked. The day of the quarterstaff, it appears.
got a boss. The Rust Lord. Oh, he tanky. What is that going to be? 700,000 health, maybe? Thanks for the loot, mister.
A gift from fate.
Gonna have to go back and grab, dump off, and then come back get that tier 2 stuff. Not that it matters. I'm just gonna scrap it both, probably. But
Yes.
What can
all
I do?
Garbo.
I'll be here, waiting.
You're right. Some breach stuff. Some more map stuff. Look at me loading up on precursor tablets now. That is awesome. Ooh, that's an 11. My first 11 I've seen. Go grab the rest of them goodies. Firestorm seems to always cast 5 SRS no matter the area size. Probably because it comes from up top, maybe. Since it comes from the sky, the area size is always at its maximum. Maybe? Wow, that's not a terrible shield. I guess it is. The one I have, I think, is a little better. I mean, those extra resists on there are nice. But I think overall, the one I'm already using, I might keep that, though. Meh.
Good evenings. On with the work.
Keep it to corrupt it, maybe. Right, we got 3 more maps. What time is it? I'm running out of time. I don't think we're going to have time to do the 3. Little bit of a short one today, y'all, as I did get some recording done earlier. I did post up a video on the YouTube channel on ascenting. So hopefully it clarifies some of the questions. I know I was completely clueless and lost as far as what to do. But, yeah. Anyway, well, probably what it is, Marfy, is it's scaled for the 9 or 10 or whatever it would be at max level. And since they nerfed it to 5, I'm getting fire penetration off my dog, Michael. My doggo inflicts fire exposure. So that's where I get it. But yeah, anyway, y'all, that is going to get it for me for today, though. As soon, like I said, I'm really close to getting this build dialed in enough where I'll feel comfortable making a video. I don't want to make a video and then have an entirely different build a day later. I need to get a couple more armor pieces to get things dialed in.
But anyway, that is going to get it for me for today, though. Thanks an absolute ton for hanging out. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful week. And I will see you all tomorrow. Take it easy, y'all.